Hey, what's up, class? I just wanted to share a couple things about the values that we're going to be talking about. So, one of the most important things here is that all arguments can be seen as a conflict between values. And the focus of our unit is to articulate those conflicts, describe how we interpret those values and they apply to specific social issues, and finally attempt to persuade an audience to investigate to accept our interpretation of those values. Before we do that, I do want to clarify what are some social issues that people debate. What contentious social issues? Some one is to what extent is global warming a problem? People saying it doesn't exist are not necessarily supported by science. Another one that people often refer to is the debate over how available should guns be. Another one is about reproductive care and reproductive rights. Other ones are things should students be able to use their cell phones in class? That's actually a really popular one. Another one is ChatGPT and its availability. So these are social issues that could work. So just take a moment, pause the video, and or answer the question they actively learn. Okay. Here are some other values, and if you look at these, you'll see success is a value, learning is a value, or another word for that would be knowledge. Balance, just being even keeled. Freedom or liberty, that's a really popular value. Hard work, valuing diversity. We just had a Supreme Court case a few years ago where the intrinsic value of diversity for the sake of diversity was challenged, and that was at the heart of the case. And social issues always imply a value conflict. So when people disagree about social issues, they're really disagreeing over fundamental values and which is more important than another. So take a look at the cell phone pouch at the front of the room. One way to look at that is, instead of just should students put their cell phones in a pouch, another way is what's more important, learning or individual freedom? And that's a different question, because to what extent should that freedom be curtailed at the point at which it interferes with learning? That's debatable, instead of just I'm angry and frustrated by students' continued disengagement. So I'm using things like this video to measure if we have to do this, to determine if learning is being compromised for some arbitrary freedom that people can't use well. Another one is speed limits is something versus liberty. Let's say that I don't know, let's say Fletcher can drive 60 and go through the roundabout just fine. Should he have the freedom to do that, or should something else be more important than Fletcher's freedom to, despite how good a driver he may or may not be, I have no idea, but should he be able to just blow through those just because he is free to do so? Another one, if you take a look at the front of the room and some other classes you're in, are bathroom passes. That's a conflict of a couple different values being set against each other and determining which is more important. So pause the video here and fill in the blanks in the answer. Cool. Now it's time to do a little pre-search. Your task now is to open the document attached to assignment 11. And today's class is crucial because this is going to set the stage for everything we do forward as you come up with arguments for your debate. So it's vital that you complete this assignment, and it's vital that it's done on time. That is going to look like this. So pause the video. When you're ready, open this, and then I'm going to tell you something really important. Beautiful. All right. Now, just to go over the directions, you must complete the following. 1, pick 3 resolutions. And the resolutions are everything in this column. Basically, pick 3 rows that has a resolution that you're interested in. And then, and if you don't pay attention to this, you're doing 4 times as much work as everybody else, delete the other rows. You can use 2 fingers, click, hit delete row, and it'll go away. You can do that for all the other rows. You only need 3. Then draft some ideas you could use for arguments for and against the resolution. They must be 1 to 2 sentences. There's a trick in there for you to work efficiently. And also, if you want to see how I got from this resolution to these arguments, I talked through it in another video that's going to be hyperlinked right here. In order to get an A on this assignment, your entries have to look like this, but you only need 2 for for and against for the 3 resolutions. So to get an A, you have to have 6 boxes, and at least, you have to have 6 boxes filled, and then at least, let's say 3 hyperlinks in with your arguments. And you can just use Google to see those. The fact that safety is practically unachievable here, I just found the odds of dying in a bunch of different stuff. So again, your engagement with this is one of the things I'm using to measure, should we use a cell phone pouch, and can we hold ourselves accountable and use that freedom wisely? So you're actually doing 2 things. 1, you're building arguments for a class-wide debate that we're going to have. And 2, you're proving yourself. Because after the last sub day, I don't know, man. Something's got to change. Show me it has. All right. Good luck. Thank you.